don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Jack Campbell, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Huskies. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've come in on a nice run of recent. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And his stat line last...
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 16 carries, 62 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Goff. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now a a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Returnable for Spencer.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allow.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On first down, McLaughlin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Returning it, here's Spencer.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. To throw is Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter.
as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Over the middle, complete. It's Farmer. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Goff throwing again.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 21-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Mac Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Kyler Murray responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try to help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll run on first down. It's McLaughlin, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. They'll try the left side. McLaughlin calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Goff. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McLaughlin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Holding offense. Come on, you serious?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff now looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about
I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Huskies have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, 1:39 to go. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Walsh. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Walsh. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, right point to the 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Open man is Tucker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. A big play here, 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Here's first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Goff. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Detroit, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.